What is up, LIT people? I'm Armenti and welcome back to another Loomian Legacy video. Guys, in today's video we're going to be doing LoomiTalk episode 7. Will Atlanthian City be the best Loomian Legacy update? Today we'll be joined by Lucky HD and Pokenova, and yeah, let's just go say hello to them. What's up, Lucky HD, and what's up, Pokenova?
No.
Yo!
Okay, guys, so basically, do you guys think Atlanthian City will be the best Loomian Legacy update? And yeah, let me know your thoughts.
I think it's gonna be the best update.
Why?
I mean, alright, so just the way that the developers have been, talking about this entire thing and hyping it up as their biggest city ever and their biggest city yet, I think it's safe to say, your biggest city yet. I feel like that's gonna be their best city. Because you gotta realize, they said the exact same thing about Sephiroth City. They said Sephiroth City was going to be their best city that you've seen in any of their games. Well, now they're saying that this is going to be their biggest and their best city that they've ever done. So, I don't know. I feel like this is going to be a recurring thing throughout every single update. We're just going to keep getting better and better cities.
Question is, will they say that for all the updates, though?
No.
Well,
I don't know. And this is my opinion on the matter. Literally, I feel like Atlanthian will be like one of the best, if not the best update Loomian Legacy has to offer ever. Like, I don't think anything after that can even compare to Atlanthian, mainly just because of the nostalgia. It's not even like, game wise or like, just anything crazy like that. It's more like people's expectations. Like, nobody is going to be as hyped for something else as they are, for Atlanthian City right now.
So you're saying Atlanthian City will be the peak of Loomian Legacy?
Yes, 100%.
Wow!
I don't agree with that.
That's a bold statement.
And I feel like it's gonna be
a bold statement.
Very bold statement. And here's why. Listen.
Okay, let's see. We're getting controversial, dude. Let's go.
A little controversial here.
Let's see.
Here's why. I feel like it'll be its peak, because Pokemon Brick Bronze kind of was, the same thing. It got, better, but then it, kept the same numbers. That's
I don't know.
Yeah, Lucky. That's the thing, though. I think it'll be its peak because of the expectations and the amount of people that are like, okay, Atlanthian City and Pokemon Brick Bronze was probably like one of the best things Brick Bronze had to offer. You could go back.
The eighth gym in Brick Bronze was a banger, dude. If I remember correctly,
it was a good city, but I don't think it's gonna be like something that's gonna bring everybody back to the game. It's gonna bring.
Well, yeah, no, that's not what I'm saying. But what do you think will be the peak? Like, what else?
The Royal League, if that's gonna be how it's gonna be called, I feel like that will be the peak of Loomian Legacy. How are you gonna say the peak? How do you gotta
realize? Dude, a Loomian Legacy is gonna keep going.
I'm talking about like the peak in like, I guess like just concurrent.
If you're talking about,
then that wouldn't be the peak.
I'm talking about when the game will like skyrocket. Like I feel like that's when.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's gonna hit its like. I don't think it's gonna break past its the record number of.
The record is like the record is 87,000, I believe, set on the release day of the game. After that, Sephiroth took it to 30 or 20. I don't really believe Hyla took it to 20. Yeah, so
we could definitely see I'd say 40 to 50 with this.
To me personally, here's why. Listen, okay. Atlanthian City to me personally, or Atlanthian City in Pokemon Brick Bronze to me personally, has a very special place in my heart, like just mine.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of things went down there. Like exactly, story-wise, a lot of things went down there. Game-wise, a lot of things went down there. Like custom, not custom discs. You know what I mean? Like special discs.
Yeah,
like Mega Stones.
Pokemon
many
Emporium,
features. Exactly, so many features from. And arcade, all that, museum, everything like that.
The museum, had that art contest. You remember, like the winner got like 10,000 Robux and their art in the game. I don't know if y'all remember.
Yeah, no, all that. Literally, it's all the things like that. From Atlanthian City, from Brick Bronze, like that has a special place in my heart, and I'm sure it has a special place in a lot of other people's hearts. Meaning that people, didn't want the third gym as much as they wanted Anthian to come back. I feel like a lot more people care about Anthian than, you know, Sephiroth.
So you're saying, saying if
I feel like it has a special place in people's
So you're
hearts.
saying if I were to ask any Pokemon Brick Bronze, any person who played Pokemon Brick Bronze, if you could revisit any place in Pokemon Brick Bronze, where would you go? And you're saying all of them or most of them will say Anthian.
I'd say a lot of them would choose Anthian, and not only that, but if you compare them, here's the thing: if you compare them, right, to the other, you know, gyms that we've had so far, like other battle theaters that we've had so far, like if you say what was it, Rose Cove, or was the third?
Third was Rose Cove. The third gym was Rose Cove. Second,
third
Brimber.
Third gym was Rose Cove. Who do you think would choose Rose Cove
over
Atlanthian, right?
I mean,
that's where I'm coming from.
I mean,
also, more people would definitely choose Atlanthian
let me bring up a point real quick.
Kragonos Valleys does a good. Hold on, Lucky. Before you bring that, Kragonos Valleys could be a good option, dude. I miss Kragonos Valleys. Like that place was huge.
Yeah, I miss the mountain. You know?
Yeah, what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? I mean, Cosmos Valley.
Alright, so you gotta think about it, right? You know, with everybody, you know, I guess people used to play Pokemon Bronze, right? You know, they kind of quit, and, you know, didn't really play Loomian Legacy as much, you know, versus Pokemon Brick Bronze, because they didn't really see the appeal in it, you know? I was seeing a lot of people say that, you know, some of the stuff's, like, build-wise, like, everything just seemed very small, right? And, you know, there wasn't a lot of things that kind of brought them in the feels of Pokemon Brick Bronze, of course, right? So now that you would have something like Atlantean City, you know, being this big city like Anthian, I feel that number one, it could bring back a lot of those players, and number two, as well, bring back, you know, I guess, or brings, you know, even more players than that to the game. And I think it's definitely going to hit, like, it's going to be bigger than Sephiroth, okay? In terms of, like, players.
I can.
And, you know, also, just, like, in general, listen, let me say this.
Let's see. Hey!
Alright, let's
okay, scratch this.
Sephiroth City, I'm going to be real, it was okay. It was okay. It was a little bit underwhelming, and you might be like, "Well,
another controversial moment."
Listen. Remember the first leak of Sephiroth City that we got?
That was like March 2020 or something.
That advertised it as this big grand city, right? This big, wow, like, okay, you gotta realize, Menti, when you remember, you know, of course I get they can't show the actual city, but why would they show a part of the city that we can't get to? In the reveal?
That was okay. For those who don't know, look, he's talking about the first leak that we got, which was basically showcasing the buildings in the background of Sephiroth City.
Like, yeah, no, there were buildings in the background, and we can't even go there.
Here's the thing. Listen, when you say that this is gonna be your best city yet, you know, this is gonna be your best city, I genuinely think, and actually not genuinely think, there was actually somebody, I'm pretty sure, who went in there, and went and, like, mapped out Sephiroth City and all that stuff, and figured out, I'm pretty sure, that, like, Sephiroth City was supposedly smaller than, like, the entire, like, Chesma Town area.
I mean...
Yeah, and that's
and
why...
the fact that that's even, like, a thing, like, the
How is Sephiroth City even a city? That is not a city.
Sephiroth Town?
Sephiroth City is literally, like, it's just
okay, now that you bring that up, I'm thinking, how is Sephiroth City a city while Highwa Village is a village? And what makes a city a city? What makes a town a town?
What makes a city is, you know, having multiple, you know, like, skyscrapers and stuff. It's just a big plot. It's just a big area, right? With a bunch of housing and a bunch of all that stuff.
It's not Sephiroth City. It's Sephiroth area, bro.
Sephiroth City is like if you took New York and, like, compressed it down into a ball, and, like, just put it into a ball and just, like, stacked all of the buildings on top of each other.
Like,
and
he's taking shots at New York here for no reason.
Yeah, it's just like, I think, you know,
AJ gonna be mad.
Build-wise, like, don't get me wrong. Build-wise, I think, you know, Sephiroth City was phenomenal.
I mean, to the theme, yeah.
Extremely underwhelming.
Regarding the theme, okay, I can understand why you say it was underwhelming regarding the size. Now that I'm mapping Sephiroth City in my head, I guess you could run around the entire city in 20 seconds from point A to point B, and that would be...
Exactly.
I mean, then again, though, you can do that with all the cities, with Midas Town, with Highwa, with Cheshma, etc., etc.
Yes,
I mean, I guess
like, the other cities have just more space, and they're not even cities. They're like rural areas.
I mean, my personal favorite is Hymo Village. I just like how they got the culture and just made it into the game and made it fit so perfectly. Then you got like a full city filled with trash, etc., etc. I'm trying to see how we went from like this aesthetic, amazing, you know, place to trash. I don't.
Yeah.
and now we're going to the water. Like I'm trying to see.
Okay, listen. How do we get to rural areas to like trashy cities?
Well, you gotta realize
to the literal beach. Like,
Atlanthian City is gonna be underwater, right? You know, we're gonna get there via like boat or like, you know, submarine.
I'm saying
right?
submarine or like maybe a Loomian.
But like, here's the thing, though. I mean, you know, Atlanthian City is gonna be kind of a one-off area on its own. So let me just put it into perspective for you guys, right? You know, you take your exit out of Route 8, you go to the beach, right? And then what I'm gonna like assume is that off to like the left or right or something, there's gonna be a beach, or there's gonna be like, I mean, obviously there's a beach, but there's gonna be like an open area with a dock, and that dock is gonna have a boat. You'd go there, and then also in that beach route, there is going to be a route gate. And I think it's also, you know, going to be kind of important, you know, with this entire thing to not necessarily have like, you know, this whole hunting thing in the grass, but I want to start to see stuff like surfing. And, you know, if you go back to things like Pokemon, whenever you surf, you can encounter things on the water, you know, without fishing.
Dude.
I mean, hey, listen, you could fish on the water. That'd be cool. But like, could you imagine literally riding around on some Loomian and you just encounter something?
Dude, I'm gonna need to cut you right there, because you just like ignited a theory that I think is gonna blow your mind. Okay, so you remember back in Brick Bronze, right? You know Tessa's parents. You remember how they got lost? They got lost at sea. Now imagine if they somehow made their way over here and they're the ones who's gonna take us to Atlanthian, dude. I don't know.
Yo.
No, listen.
I don't know.
Could you imagine? Wait.
I don't know, dude. You just marked that theory.
What did it say? What did it say in the story? Wait, what did it say in the story again? What did it say in the story again? That they like.
I know. No, their parents got lost in the islands in Brick Bronze. There was a boat that was called Tess that crashed into the island. So I don't know, maybe they found
What if they didn't get lost and instead, I mean, you never find the remains of them. What if they just got sucked up in a portal? I don't know, man.
Dude, okay, but regarding Sephiroth City, I can't understand why you were saying it's underwhelming. I mean, the size is, I guess, small of Sephiroth City, but if you think about it, most places are small, but them saying it's gonna be the biggest, the bestest place yet, maybe they did not refer that in terms of size.
Didn't our hero say that it was like gonna be bigger than Atlanthian? Didn't he say that?
I don't think he said that.
I don't think he said that, dude.
He said it's gonna be.
He said he's gonna be better. Right?
He said it's gonna be the best city out of any of our games.
Yeah, that's what he said.
He said it's gonna be the best city that he's ever built. That's what he said. And hey, the city was built really, really well. But I can see.
You can put the tweet up on screen right now, because I'm pretty sure he said out of any.
Okay, I'm gonna search.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Just correct me if I'm mistaken.
Yeah, but no, he said I remember. He said it's gonna be the best place, the best city I've ever built. And now he said that with Atlanthian as well. And I guess with best he didn't mean the biggest. He meant the best in his opinion. And hey, it's real. Sephiroth has a lot of detail, dude. I mean, you got Polluted Corp, you got Polluted Underground, you got Sephiroth. I mean, there's a lot of things.
Listen, don't get me wrong.
Small, right?
Don't get me wrong.
Sephiroth is small. Yes.
Sephiroth is small. Sephiroth isn't like bad. It's really good.
It's not the fact that like
it's just small.
The entire Sephiroth area, including Polluted Corp and all that stuff, is small. It's like Sephiroth City in itself is small. That'd be
like the main city itself.
If we're gonna talk about things like Polluted Corp and adding on to that, well then we can go to Chessman Town and talk about Gale Forest, right? We can talk about Gale Forest. We can talk about the bridge. We can talk about the area over the bridge. I mean, dude, if we account all of that, Sephiroth City is extremely small, right? Like compared to all of that. And yeah, I don't know. I think Atlanthian City, I think, is going to be literally the best city, maybe out of like Loomian Legacy, because like, I don't know.
I do agree with that statement. I feel like Atlanthian will be the best city in Loomian Legacy. I mean, what's the competition? Sephiroth and Iowa? High was a village, so if we're talking about the best city, they only got Sylvant and Sephrite comparing to Atlanthian. Like without seeing Atlanthian.
I forgot about the Sylvant.
Do y'all remember Sylvant?
Yeah, Sylvant.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say Atlanthian will be the best city. However,
yeah.
I mean, I hope it's gonna be this huge place, because the people are coming to this update with the idea that Atlanthian had 4 places, and those 4 places were huge. So
yeah, no, it better have 4.
They're thinking that Atlanthian's gonna be this huge place with 4 different zones, which explains why. I mean, it's been taking a while, because for those who don't know, the last Loomian Legacy Battle Theater, right, was released July 31st, 2020.
It was released in August.
No, it was released July 31st, 2020. Or
it was released August 1st or 2nd.
August 1st. I mean, I got the clean Protagon on the 2nd, and that was the 2nd day. August 1st, 2020, and now it's June 21st, 2021, and so basically 40 days. In 40 days, it's gonna be 1 year since the last Battle Theater. I mean, they've obviously worked on a lot of things, so you cannot compare. But I mean, 1 year. You would expect them to release one of the best battle theaters, one of the best places. I mean, if not the best place, to wait 1 entire year for another battle theater. Because let's be real, a lot of people like the events, a lot of people like all this, but most people like come back, like the OGs, they come back just to play for these updates. Now, I don't know if the OGs, but the casual players only come back to play these updates. So they're going to want to like retain those people who come like, yo, new battle theater, let's go play, and maybe.
And I think, dude, even with like, all the stuff that they've been doing, because you gotta realize they've been working on Atlanthian since January, okay? They've been working on Atlanthian since January, so it's been almost 7 months they've been working on this battle theater, but they're doing an extremely well job at, maintaining the players' happiness.
Yeah.
Dude, let's see, what have they released since January, right? So of course, as we know, the Christmas event ended, then we got the weather update that brought 6 new Lumians, of course, or 5 new Lumians with, Colossotrops, and then the entire, like, Hydrini line. Of course, we had Valentine's Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. We had the wind update. We had, Vari. We have a weekly Vari update. We've had, like, that. I'm gonna go back to, and kind of put more emphasis on the Valentine's thing, because the Valentine's thing, I think a lot of people kind of brush over that. That was like a full, like, month
that was underrated, low key.
It was very underrated.
How many we got a total of what, 12 or 13 new Lumens with that event?
Exactly, dude. We got so many new Lumens.
So yes,
I think
they've been doing a great job maintaining the player count. That's a fact. But how many events are they gonna give us until we get a battle theater?
Well, we get a battle. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah.
No, I love the events 1000%. Thank you so much. But are we gonna get 6 events between every single battle theater?
Yeah, and here's another like thing with the battle theaters happening like every year and stuff. Here's the thing that we have to consider. Separate City was in the making while T-Bradham was moving, right?
Yes.
So like that's why it was so slow to actually get out, right? But T-Bradham is in a place now. He's not moving anymore, right? Everybody is fine, no COVID issues, because Lando said he might have gotten COVID, so that also delayed it by like even more.
Yeah.
But now there hasn't, as far as we know, there hasn't been any issues, and they've been doing this update, or they've been making the battle theater, the 4th battle theater, Atlanthian City, for about the same amount of time, I guess, like around there. So imagine how much better it'll be without any like delays or just bad stuff happening to the devs.
I know. It's gonna be amazing.
And I think, dude, here's what you gotta understand as well: the fact that we're getting all of these big grand cities, but at the same time, these are cities. You look at something like Frostvale, right? Frostvale is not a city that you have to put much. I'm not gonna say that wasn't detailed, but it's not a city, where things like cities, you have to have all these like big giant skyscrapers that have to be really well modeled. You have to, be very intricate with some of the housing and stuff. Frostvale was kind of just like this amalgamation of everything. That's not saying that it was bad, because I actually really like Frostvale, but it was kind of just very simplistic, and at the same time, it looked wet. It looked really good. So I think if they can somehow balance. Of course, making good cities and also having a good update schedule, put those together, boom, Loomian Legacy is going to be perfectly fine off. I just don't think, though, that they need to
keep doing these like yearly battle theater, update schedules, maybe I'm gonna say, even if, like release one of the battle theaters in like January or something, I feel after they are done with this entire Atlanthian city thing, fine, give yourself like a week, 2, long break. But after that, back to developing new city, and while they're doing that new city, they can start working on other things like the Halloween event, the Christmas event, and they can just take time off and actually, be like, hey, Arhiri, if you want to go, work on some of the interiors, well, we're gonna go work on like the Christmas event and all that stuff, go for it, right? There's just no need for every single year, because at this point, I'm gonna be honest, it is going to be. I feel like
we're gonna be adults by the time.
You brought it up in the last one.
Well,
no. I'm bringing up something different. I'm saying that Atlanthian City is going to probably release either start of July or mid-July. That is
I don't think Atlanthian is gonna come out start of July. If I'm being honest with you, I think
listen. It's at least like at minimum gonna be mid-July to end July, right?
So I think there might be a chance it could come out in August.
Oh boy.
No chance for August, dude.
I think there might be a chance.
Here's the thing: if you're gonna have these. Because these updates are literally going to be within a year of each other, bro. They need to kind of just start working on more of these battle theaters in the backgrounds of everything,
I'm sure they do that.
I'm sure that they actually
and again, Lucky, you keep talking about all this. They need to make it not be every year. They need to make the battle theaters happen sooner.
It takes time, dude.
And they are, they're doing a good job, but like explain how they're supposed to, do that. Like you have to give us like kind of an example. Give us a way they can actually do that.
Let's see.
I already said.
Lucky.
No. I already said. What I'm saying is that you can start working on the battle theaters after you're done with the battle theaters, and then while you're working on the battle theaters, work on events and work on all this other stuff. Poke, I hope you realize that they have been working on Atlanthian City while they have been working on Valentine's Update, Wind, Rain, Vari updates, Vari stuff, Poke, they have been doing all of this stuff in the background, and I'm saying if they
and also Lucky,
Lucky, let Poke no. I'm giving Poke the word. Lucky, I'm giving Poke the word.
I'm trying to get my point out, right? I'm saying that if they started
all the time,
if they started work, you asked me a question. If they started working on Atlanthian City after they started working on Sephiroth City, we would have already had it out by now. But of course, they sat there and they did stuff like the Halloween.
There was stuff to do, dude. They had to drop Round 8. They had to drop UMV. They had to drop Bob's Paw.
They did that as well. But I'm saying, they could start on that stuff in the background.
I'm quite sure Atlantean City has been worked on since Christmas. It could be before that. I know for a fact has been worked on since Christmas.
It's been
but like I said, let's say it was not Atlantean what they're dropping. It was like Hiwa. They would have dropped it 3 months ago. If they would have been working on Hiwa for like right now, it would have been dropped months ago. But Atlantean is gonna be the fact it's taken so long. Really brings me to the point, really brings me to the belief that it's gonna be like something that we cannot comprehend. Like that you cannot put into words.
I'm not being like, one of those people who are like, oh, we need updates in, 2 days. We need every 2 days. We need a big, massive update. But I'm saying at the same time, they still need to have these battle theaters come out not every year.
Yeah, and
so you're saying
at least, dude, one at the start, one at the end. Okay,
yes,
maybe.
And here's a solution to your.
Let's see what Pokemon says, because I want to say something.
So you know how they're adding, wind and rain and like all these permanent features, right? Like these permanent features that they're doing right now, right? And they're just gonna be done with it forever. They don't have to redo it, right? Like UMV, they don't have to do much with that anymore. Like stuff that is taking them forever to add,
they're setting the foundation.
So
Yeah,
exactly. They're setting the foundation. So pretty much once all of the foundation is done, the Battle Theater update should definitely be faster than just like every year.
You know what? Now that I've been thinking out everything in perspective, I understand why Atlanthian City has been taking so long. I understand all the events in between. I mean, let me just go. You got 3 events in between. The 4th one that's about to happen. You got Guppy Bomb.
It's not 3 events.
Yeah, it's 3. Well,
it's 1 event with parts.
3. I don't know. I mean, you but I don't know if they're gonna continue doing this for the future. Like, this is understandable, okay, because in comparison 2020 with 2021, you know, there's a huge difference. There's a lot of content, like, there's been a lot of content added, but if after Atlanthian we're gonna have to wait another year for another Battle Theater, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure of where.
We're definitely not. But
like, let it be clear, I understand why Atlanthian City has been taking a year. The factors to consider is the immense place that we're getting. It's gonna be literally huge.
Oh yeah.
And
it's going to be. It's huge.
It's gonna be massive.
I just think as it stands right now, I just guess you know, with of course Sephiroth City and you know Atlanthian City both kind of sort of setting an example, because here's the thing, you know, if both of them have taken this long, right, well, this starts to set, you know, a precedent for every other, you know, thing that's going to come out in the future, where people are going to immediately have the mindset of, oh, well, how, you know, imagine how long this took to come out, now we're going to have to wait for this to come out, you know. I just hope that they actually, you know, get something not like Atlanthian City. Trust me, Atlanthian City, you know, scale updates are great, but at the same time, you can have the same effect of Atlanthian City, but have the build be smaller, you know? And I'm not saying that they need to make Atlanthian City
then that brings to Sephiroth City. That brings.
I'm saying, but like, here's the thing. Sephiroth, the difference between that is Sephiroth City is like city, you know, it's not supposed to be small, versus when you have something, I don't know, I don't really know like a good example, but like when I'm talking about
Atlanthian City is supposed to be small.
Sephiroth City is kind of like an industrial city, and you know, you kind of get the vibes of an actual IRL city, versus something like I don't know, like Iridia, right? Or like Iridia was kind of just like
Iridia was big.
But listen, Iridia was big, but at the same time, it was very simplistic. It was very simplistic in its design. It did not take, you know, a lot of building expertise to make that thing. I
mean, now I wanna change the topic a little bit. I'm gonna ask you guys a question. No elaboration on. First, let me just finish. Lucky and Poke, do you guys feel that Sephiroth City lived up to the hype that it generated before?
Nope.
Do you two feel that Atlanthian City will live up to the hype that it generated before?
I genuinely do.
Okay, elaborate.
Here's what you gotta realize, right? When you have something like Sephiroth City, this update that, you know, the devs spent so much time into, you know, not even releasing barely any updates.
Yeah, because there were things happening behind the scene.
Exactly. The only updates that they were like,
Armenti makes a point.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, Sephiroth City, you could put in any update with Sephiroth City, right? It doesn't matter if you release 10 gyms with that Sephiroth City thing, right? The fact that, you know, they actually sat there and, you know, I guess made us wait. I mean, it's not really their fault, but like, you know, we had to wait for 9 months to get a battle theater. Was absolutely absurd, okay? I still call it like the Great Depression of Loomian Legacy, because we sat there for 9 months with two updates.
I'm gonna do a little parenthesis. No.
To answer your question, do I think it lived up to the hype? Absolutely not, right? I don't think any update.
Look, HC, I gotta drop this bomb on you real quick, live in front of everyone. You keep talking about the Great Depression, correct? Your most viewed Loomian Legacy video, when did it come? During what? Doing what?
No, are you talking about the Gamma video?
The Gamma video is your third.
But no,
is your most viewed Loomian Legacy
video. That's not even a bombshell, though. That's not even a bombshell. That's literally an update. So of course,
you keep talking about. I mean, we didn't get much. You keep talking about how depressive.
I'm gonna shut you down real quick.
Okay, let's see.
When I say the Great Depression of Loomian Legacy, right? I'm talking about the periods from where Loomian Legacy didn't update. You know, the time periods where we went 3, 4, 5, 6 months without a single update, a single content update. Oh, we got the Geklo update. The Geklo update was literally
my favorite event.
The worst event.
Let's go. We got mounts.
Yeah.
We got mounts.
Yo, I remember. Yo, low key that mounts video mine did pretty well. I remember me telling the professor I had to go to the bathroom. I actually went and recorded that.
Oh yeah, no, I remember you. Yeah. But no, dude, see, listen. Here's the thing, Minty. You know, when you have, you know, you saying that, oh, you know, it's your most viewed video, something like that video, which was literally how to get Gamma Loomians. Well, no, duh, that's gonna be a good video. You know, that's how to get Gamma Loomians. That video is always going to live on, you know, throughout Loomian Legacy's entire lifespan. For if anybody needs to go, let me search up real quick how to get Gamma Loomians. Say it's like a new player or something. So, of course, that video is gonna do good, bro. Like it's a tutorial video that is, you know, something of a core aspect of the game. And yeah, again, like I said, Great Depression. I'm talking about, you know, just the time period where Loomian Legacy didn't update. They, number one, left us in the dark. Number two, you know, didn't even say anything on Twitter. They literally said like barely anything. And I'm really happy with the direction. I'm really happy.
I mean,
with the
comparing.
But now
they're
really
comparing 2020 with
definitely improved.
Hey, they've listened to us. Like, let me make that clear. They have listened to us. Okay, there's a clear difference between. Hey, now is better than never. Okay, there's a clear difference from 2020 to 2021. I mean, on the direction the game is currently going right now is good. I mean, like I'm confident that like in a few months, like as long as things keep happening like this, you know, like constant communication, like stuff like that. We asked for that so much, and we got it. That's something that we didn't get before, and then again, that was situational because there were things happening behind the scenes that we did not know about. But now we know, like, the game's on good track, it's on good hands. We're going to be, like I said, literally, we're getting weekly updates, Lucky. If I told you, would you think...
Oh yeah, the dude, weekly updates are amazing.
If I told you that you were gonna be getting weekly updates in Loomian Legacy, in, let's say, May of 2020...
I wouldn't believe you. I wouldn't believe you, bro. I genuinely would not.
You'd probably blog me, say you gone crazy. I mean, comparing today with 12 months ago, there is a huge difference. Like, the game has literally been going on an amazing path. What I am concerned, though, is are all of these battle theaters going to take 1 year? I understand about the amount of time it takes, especially with a build as big as Atlanthian. But are we going to wait 12 more months? Or let's say, okay, 10 for the 5th battle theater, or 10 more for the 6th.
No, there's your way.
Because going in that way, I will literally... I will probably have a girlfriend by the time we're playing the 7th battle theater, and by the time...
You're a Loomian Legacy YouTuber.
By the time the game finishes, my children will be making the content on me. But regardless, I mean, right now it's in a good path, and... I am thankful for the events, do not get me wrong. I am thankful for the mid-updates, like the updates here and there, UMV, Goppy, the Wind. But how many of those updates, you know, there has to happen between battle theaters? You know, you mentioned,
what else is there, though?
You mentioned, Lucky, a good amount will be starting a battle theater at the start of the year. However, that's not feasible because they cannot drop a battle theater in November, then January. That's literally the start and the end of the year. Maybe, like, for me, I know. For me, a good amount of battle theaters per year would be 2. That's, for me, a good amount.
I just gave a random example off, like, the top of my head.
A good amount of battle theaters would be 2. That's in my opinion. You're free to listen or not. I don't know. What do you guys think watching the premiere or watching after the premiere? What do you guys think, Lucky and Nova? What's the perfect amount of battle theaters per year for you?
Two. I'd say 2 is definitely a great amount, you know, especially since, you know, maybe like 1 every 6 months or something. I don't know, like 2 a year would be absolutely perfect. I feel like there'd be no complaints from like anyone, right? There'd be so many, you know, so much content.
We probably wouldn't even be having this discussion right now.
Exactly.
LoomiTalk,
so
baby.
many new Loomians, right? There'd be so much you do, right? You know, it'd be more, I guess, it'd just be better, obviously. Obviously, it'd be better, you know? Literally 2 battle theaters a year.
Now, I'll ask you the following question. Let's say Atlanthian drops in a month from today, so June. Well, a month from today is Loomian Legacy's 2nd year anniversary. Let's say for the 2nd year anniversary, they decide to bless us with Atlantian City. How do you think there's gonna be another battle theater by the end of the year, or is Atlantian City the only battle theater the only city we're gonna be getting?
Listen, there's a big side of me that really hopes that we do get another battle theater, but I just don't think it's possible this year, man. You know, with them updating, you know, probably towards July. I don't see it. I really can't.
Wait, what do you mean, Armenti?
Unless if they immediately get to work on the next battle theater after Atlanthian, no shot.
So, no, the question was, if Atlanthian, let's say Atlanthian drops a month from today, bold prediction by the way, do you feel that there's gonna be the 5th battle theater released this year? So basically from August to December, is there gonna be? What do you think?
From August to December.
Do you think they can get a battle theater out in 5 months?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't think so, man.
It depends on how big it is.
Yeah, no, it depends on how big it is. And wait, and let's be real here, right? Like, what else is there to add? You know, Goppy Pond was, you know, kind of like the reincarnation.
I mean, the minigame. Let's go back to Lucky's favorite.
Wait, Mxyhem,
no.
But before we do that, I just want to say this, right?
Yeah.
They're reusing the Halloween and Christmas maps, right?
I don't know if they're gonna be. I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah, like I doubt that. I doubt they wouldn't just. I doubt they would just put all this effort into those maps.
I'm pretty sure they're not gonna be released.
Well, then Metronet and Wobblisk. Metronet, think about it this way: Metronet and Wobblisk, they have mastery, so they're going to come back. In what form would they come back in?
Here's my theory,
if
okay?
it's not the same map, you know?
Here's my theory. I think every single year, they're probably going to be doing, you know, maybe they could do a new Christmas roaming or a new Halloween roaming. And instead, they could make that the centerpiece of the update and just have something like Wobblisk also be something that you can encounter out in the wild.
Maybe. That's actually a good point there.
Yeah, you know, devs watching, take notes, please.
Yeah, what? Okay. Lucky.
What are you joking on? You're so
Lucky, you good, dude?
I'm choking on facts right now, bro. They need to do that.
This dude is. Somebody get this man's parents. I'm gonna bring Lucky's favorite thing to pull up. The roadmap. So Pokenova, to respond to your question. I feel Pokenova, to respond to your question and to respond to my personal question after Atlantian City, I do not believe Loomian Legacy will be releasing a 5th gym. I do believe Loomian Legacy will be releasing that minigame that they leaked February of 2020, I believe. I don't know when that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's what I feel like, that we're gonna be getting that minigame. It's not gonna be dungeons. I feel like that was just to throw us off.
Yeah, but like, you know, still something like that. Just like a good, you know, what? Remember that randomizer from Brick Bronze where you could find?
That's not very. The only, if I'm not mistaken, the reason why they released that is because there were Pokemon Brick Bronze copies and people were playing the
Brick Bronze Breeze or whatever. Pokemon Breeze.
I'm quite sure they released a randomizer to fight the copies, because in the copies you could have started the game and gotten a Groudon as your starter Pokemon. So they're like, what if we release a randomizer? And I think that's my opinion, that's my belief. I feel like that's what they did in order to combat the Pokemon Brown stuff.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So I do not feel like Loomian Legacy will have a randomizer anytime soon. Maybe not at all.
That's tough.
But yeah, I guess we're reaching the 38-minute mark now in the video. Is there anything else you guys would like to bring up or talk about?
I mean, I got one thing to say, like, from, you know, earlier remarks. So like, you know, you guys were talking about how, maybe it'll take, the same amount, like maybe it'll be one battle theater per year. They can't do that or whatever. Yeah, I agree, right? That shouldn't be a thing. Maybe 2 battle theaters a year would be perfect, and I personally do think that that'll be a thing, because like, especially if I'm not sure if this is an actual thing or not, but if they do reuse the Halloween and Christmas maps, which would save them a lot of time, and personally I wouldn't really care,
but it also comes off as lazy.
That would come off as lazy, that's the thing. But like, if they do or don't, whatever, like, that's not even the point there. Like, just if they do or don't, it's whatever. But like, what if stuff like Goppy Pond and just all the permanent stuff, like the weather, wind and rain, right? Like, that's all permanent, right? You don't have to re-put that in there. It's not like something you have to constantly work on, and that'll give the developers more time to finish the battle theater updates. And I feel like eventually, when there's nothing else to really do, because
trust me, there's
Goppy Pond's already done and all that, then maybe
there's always something to do.
Battle theaters for now. Well, like what, right? Like, what else?
I mean, you're obviously not gonna know, but trust me, they have a whole list. I mean, I can tell you, because it's not gonna be. I mean, it does not make sense if Loomian Legacy does the battle theater, then they're like, oh, what are we gonna do now? Trust me, they got a whole list of things to do in between updates. I can tell you that with confidence. But I mean,
I mean, at least they, what I'm trying to say is that stuff like Goppy Pond is a reincarnation kind of Magikarp Pond, and if they're taking stuff from Brick Bronze and putting it into Loomian Legacy with their own little twists to it, once they're done with all the Brick Bronze stuff, of course, maybe they'll want to add, their own.
I have a prediction.
What's your prediction
for that? But
so you remember how in January of 2020 we got the roadmap, right?
Yes.
So from that we of course we have Mastery, Sephiroth City, UMV, Battle Theater 4, question mark, right? Well, if you think about it, the question mark thing says a brand new challenging cooperative minigame that takes you and your friends on a new adventure every time they play. Battle wild Loomians, solve puzzles, navigate mazes, and discover what lies beneath the glorious surface. I genuinely feel, listen, instead of having a Battle Theater update come out this year, a second one, if they just do that, that would be perfectly fine. And then you want to know what that bridge is over into? Then all you have right there, 2022, it starts out like in January of 2020, 2020, you have another roadmap they could put out there.
I mean, yeah. Legacy prediction is a roadmap, and yeah, I think that's something that could happen as soon as they drop the minigame. Like I said, after the 4th Battle Theater, I feel like they're gonna be dropping that new minigame, which super looking forward to. Also, I'm gonna just leave some food for thought, okay? Because before ending this, the smallest, I believe the smallest smallest Pokemon Brick Bronze time in between gyms. Try to throw a guess. I'm
pretty sure it was like 8 months.
The smallest between one and another gym.
The smallest.
The smallest time.
One gym and another gym?
Yeah.
I'd say like maybe 9 months.
The smallest?
The smallest time between one and another gym.
This ain't Loomian Legacy. This is Brick Bronze we're talking about.
No, because I'm pretty sure Frostvale took a brick to come out.
Yeah, but we're talking about the shortest amount.
Just guess.
Okay, yeah, just.
Oh, you said the shortest?
Yeah, the shortest, dude. This dude can't listen.
I think you said longest, right? The shortest, I'd say 3 months.
I'd say 3 months as well. I'm really just. I'm gonna go to 2.
Okay, so Aradia City was released on the 20th of January of 2017, and Floruma City was released on the 25th of February of 2017.
What? Oh my god.
But obviously, we cannot compare Brick Bronze with Loomian Legacy. I just wanted to throw that just a food for thought. I'm not comparing.
You gotta realize,
I'm not comparing. I'm not comparing.
Both of those are like very simplistic cities,
Yeah.
Like Floruma City was just kind of like this basic little mushroom area, Like I will say, Pokemon Brick Bronze build-wise, not the greatest. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, of
hey,
course,
hey,
Which explains the long
don't
updates.
get me wrong. There were a lot of good buildings. Like, here's the thing, because I remember there's a lot of people talking about. I remember Green like
Okay, at
spam my
least those buildings were bigger than Sephiroth.
True, but what I'm saying is that yes, while we do have like these big cities and stuff, and like the buildings were great, it's just the fact that they lacked detail is what I've been trying to say. Because there's a lot of people like coming after me and saying, "Oh my gosh, like HG, what do you mean the building wasn't great?" And Pokemon Bros. The building was great. It's just that it didn't have a lot of detail. Even our hero said that himself. He's just like, honestly, I don't even know how I got away with a lot of the buildings that I did.
Oh yeah, he said that with Brick Bronze. Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
but we'll have a LoomiTalk dedicated to Brick Bronze since Brick Bronze comes a lot in these
Yeah, it comes up a lot.
But I'm gonna just start wrapping things here. I'm not even gonna ask you guys if you have anything else to do, because the last time I did that, 8 more minutes of talking happened.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, guys, if you guys want more podcasts like this, let me know. I recently got so much motivation to continue this series, and your support is always and your support is always very much appreciated with all this. You want to say goodbye or something?
Yeah, make sure to subscribe to all of us down in the description below.
Subscribe to every single person here. Love y'all.
But yeah, guys, I do believe that is going to be everything for today's video. If you guys enjoyed watching, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm Armenti, and we LIT. Thanks for watching.